So I work in retail, and there's an elderly lady. I believe she has dementia, and she is repeating her day over and over with us, spending hours upon hours at the store. All I do is repeat to her what I told her an hour ago, and she gets all happy for the information. I'm hoping her family members check in on her soon. She's not like smelly or anything, so she is sane enough to repeat her day with cleanliness, I suppose. I think next time I see her, I will ask if I can call anyone for her. Right? Welcome back, everybody. Bloody OBS. So I don't know if you heard me ask what time you usually stream at, Passion, so that I can try and keep an eye out. Because I don't often get on Twitch earlier in the day, but if I know around what time you stream, I'll try to check in so that I can catch your streams more often. I did catch it the one day, and I lurked for a while you were gaming. But I want to be able to catch your streams more often. We have several customers like that. There is one where the family puts an air tag in his shoe, but last time he came, his shoes were off. I was like, what do we do about that, right? Tomorrow should be around 12:45 my time. Okay. That's not so bad. I will try to check it out. Thank you, Knitter Girl. This has got to be a Crimson song. So about the, is it a show or just characters? I have no idea. Gonna sort more falling yarn cubes before bed. Good luck. The chaos. Well, maybe it needed to be gone through and reorganized. Lately, I play mostly Medieval Dynasty, though yesterday I was playing on Valheim. Felt so good to play on Valheim again. And I'm loving the seed that I am playing on right now. It's got a really nice biome right now where I'm at. It's got all pretty much everything. I've got mountain, black forest, and meadows right now. Like, and just I like the layout of it all. Like, I stumbled across this one place. I was just like running around looking for stuff, and I was like, "Ooh, black forest. Yeah, it's getting pretty dark. Maybe I should build a shelter, just like because I didn't have anything permanent." And I'm like, "I'll just build a shelter here." And then I actually started exploring around, and I'm like, I really like this. There's like pretty much everything that I need right now. And I'm just like, this is perfect. This is a perfect place for a good starter base, starter village. Cause, damn ass. Oh, you're subbed. So yeah. But yeah, so I'm Medieval Dynasty and Valheim are basically all I play, really, lately. I'm very much a survival game person for the most part. I like building. Medieval Dynasty, you know, you don't really get a choice, but I like unlocking the stuff in Medieval Dynasty and seeing how far I can get. But Valheim, I love building in Valheim. I just haven't. I just have not found another game like Valheim where I enjoy the building as much. There's lots of other building games or games that you can build in, but just not the same as Valheim. I've never played it either. I think I remember once looking at it, but I think something told me no, so I don't know what it was. But because I remember looking into it once and going, ooh, and then I looked at it again and I was like, ugh. And then, yeah, it just didn't quite call to me. Yeah, I liked Arc. I went through a whole Arc phase, but I got bored with it really quickly. And honestly, the building is just not like it's. You're placing blocks together. Yeah, you can do some stuff, but you have so much more freedom with Valheim. Like, I love the freedom and the just like craziness that you can do, and you don't even need like the cheats or anything like that. You can do some crazy freaking stuff without mods or anything. And like, I have built so many cool things, and I'm just like a novice builder compared to like some of the extravagant shit that gets built on Valheim. Oh, building in Valheim is so awesome. Do you know they actually have a build mode now? So if you ever go in and you just want to build stuff in Valheim, you can literally go into build mode. And as long as you've got the things discovered, which you could easily with a cheat code discover it so you don't have to go anywhere. You just have to go find a location where you want to build and just build to your heart's content. You can even set it to passive mode so things don't attack you unless you attack them. So I'm right now I'm playing just standard, not easy, nothing. It's like, so I get attacked or whatever. I wish I had stuff to show. So I'll have to try and get some pictures and stuff because I'm not on a computer. Well, I'm on my other computer. My gaming computer is in my camper, and also I wouldn't even, if I did have computer or pictures on this computer, I wouldn't be able to show them. But if I can remember to go in to some of my worlds and whatnot, I can do screenshots and then post the pictures in my Discord. So I'm gonna have to remember that, because yeah, I would love to show some of my builds. Are they as good as some of the builders out there? No. But I did build a Viking church once. I saw it was like a Facebook reel or something that I was watching, and it was this really cool Viking church, and I'm like, I want to build that. So I took screenshots of every angle, because it was like this video of it panning around the church. I took every like screenshots of every angle and rebuilt it to the best of what I could do. I couldn't quite go as high as the original church, but it turned out really cool. I was very impressed. I do want to. Well, it would have to be a new PC. This is just one of those little mini computer boxes that you get off Amazon. It really should. The fact that it's actually is even doing what it can is, it shouldn't be able to do what it's doing now, which is barely anything, but still. But yeah, I do want to say for a new computer, things have just been really tight. I'm finally getting, I wouldn't say ahead, but I'm finally getting so that I'm not losing anymore. Because for a while, I was, every month I was getting, I was losing. And now I'm keeping even, and once I can start gaining again, I'll be able to save for a computer. It just, things got a little tight there for a while. To California. And as long as I keep things like Temu deleted off my phone, and don't go to Amazon every time you hear about something like, ooh, yeah, I bet you Amazon has this, you know, I'll be fine. She is. I named her Twitchy for a reason. Actually, I think I named her Little Twitch. I was going to name her Twitchy, but I named her Little Twitch. So yeah, my computer's name is Little Twitch. She was literally designed to stream my videos, and yeah, I had to do a lot of changes so that she could do it, but yeah. Welcome back! She's a good little computer. She's not baby. Honestly, there have been times where I have thought about bringing baby over, because she's my gaming computer. She's a good computer. But one, I don't want to haul her all the way over here. And two, if I bring her over here, I will never leave here. And I do like my camper. Pretty well jerry-rigged her, yes. She's... I just have to basically make sure that everything is shut down. I literally, when I stream, I have to have everything pretty much shut down. So it's OBS, Spotify, and then I have my web browser open to Twitch so that I can see who's on, but I have to like go into the search and basically search something up that has no ads or videos running in the background, because if there's any kind of videos, I lag out, which we kind of experienced at the beginning of my stream this tonight, because I forgot to take it off of my home page, so my video was playing in the background on my web browser, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And then just before OBS decided to disconnect and reconnect, I realized, one, I hadn't closed one program that always comes on at startup, and I did not switch my web browser. So there was, yeah, I'm like, well, that would explain why I was suddenly having all these major problems. My computer's like, I can't deal with two videos running on this computer. But we got it sorted, and now OBS is just being OBS. Randomly disconnecting. So, I've been disconnected twice now tonight. Ooh. I hate that. Multiple videos. Yay! Do you live in a camper? Because I was thinking about getting that to live in till the cost of living goes down. I do live in a camper, but I am lucky. I live in my mom's backyard. I did have running water for the first 3 years that I lived here. Until we had a really bad cold winter. And even though, like, I have no running water in the winter, so, like, I would always turn the water off and everything, but we had a really bad winter, and it finally took out the lines under the tub. So I hooked up the water to my camper last year, turned it on, and I could hear running water, and it was just gushing water out from underneath my camper. So no running water in my camper anymore. But because I would go all winter without running water and I just haul drinking water, I do everything over here, like bathroom and cook. Well, I used to cook over there. Now I cook over here because I have to cook for mom. But I don't mind it. I can survive minus 30 weather, minus 30 Celsius weather in that camper. Is it cold? Yes. Do I use multiple heat sources? Yes. But it is doable. It's livable. Right now, I use my stovetop, which is probably not very fire safe, but I use my stovetop, and I have a big cast iron pan. And so I put that on the burner, and it's a gas burner, and I put it on low, and then I have a wood stove fan, and it heats up the pan, and the wood stove fan blows it, and it circulates the heat. And then I have 2 space heaters, and the 2 space heaters and the stove, I don't run it when I'm not there or sleeping, just when I'm awake and in there. That heats my camper better than the furnace ever did, because the furnace would heat it up, and then as soon as it cut off, it would go cold again. So there are perks, and then there are really big downsides to campers. So it all depends on how good you are at roughing it. If you are living, like if you had yourself a camper and you lived in like one of those trailer carts where you like rent a spot to park your camper, you probably would be fine, as long as you're fine with small spaces. You can get heated pipes now. I would definitely need space heaters. Yes. And yeah, so it all depends on where you park. So like if you park in one of those places that you can live year round in your camper trailer, and you have your like own site and everything, and you pay rent on a site, you get, the nice thing about that is you get all your amenities hooked up. You got electricity, like plumbing, you have all like access to all that stuff. So that would probably be fine, as long as you're fine with living in a small space. The thing that I found was I have hoarding tendencies. Not bad hoarding tendencies, but I went from a 3-bedroom, double-wide trailer, fully furnished, slightly overstocked because my hubby could never throw anything away, to a 27-foot camper trailer. I had to get rid of a lot of shit. And even so, I still have, like, there's still some things that are stored in my mom's house that I couldn't fit in the camper that I wasn't going to get rid of. Like bigger items. They're mostly stored in the porch. My mom basically took over the majority of my plants, which we've slowly downsized as the years went by. Yes, land is so much. I'm lucky. I live in a town where they don't really bat an eye too much if you live in a camper trailer on someone's property, and I live in my mom's backyard. So I have electricity, um, and I have a way to heat my camper. My camper has an air conditioner, which is great. You need it in the summertime. It gets pretty hot, those things. But yeah, I love it. Do I have a bathroom? No. Do I need a bathroom? No, I just come over here. Because it's literally, like, in the daytime, you can see my camper out this window. Like, it's like right there. um, so, yeah, there are perks, and then there's downsides to it. And it just honestly depends on how little you can go, like, do without. And nowadays, if you're like you don't have to be a minimalist, but if you're smart about what you own, you can live very comfortably in those. So I was very lucky and thankful that we had that camper trailer. The only thing that I don't like about mine is if you buy an older camper trailer, you have beautiful storage and it just seems spacious. My camper trailer I find very cramped. Even though it does have a slide out, I find it very cramped, and the storage cupboards are ridiculous and useless. I hate it. And I learned my first winter, you can often have condensation issues, so you got to be careful about that where you are. It all depends on where you live, but I had condensation issues my first winter that I lived in there. Now, since I don't use the furnace anymore, I very rarely notice any kind of condensation in my camper. But I do have a dehumidifier that I used to use to keep moisture down. But yeah, once I stopped using the furnace, huge change. But I did use 2 space heaters. I had one of those, which I gotta replace. I gotta remember to replace it because it finally died. I've had it for years, but it's one of those radiator style oil heaters. So it's just like solid metal, and then the oil inside heats up, and it radiates. I had one of those that I used to keep in the bedroom area, and then I had a blower space heater that I keep in the main part, in between that and the stove when I'm in the camper. It kept it quite comfortable in there. But it also depends on how cold you can handle things. Well, where you are, how cold it gets, how much cold you can handle, and if you are a bundler, you're fine. If you're someone that likes to be in summer clothes, even in the winter, you're gonna freeze. I also, for really cold winters, I should get an electric blanket, but I don't. I just use a heating pad, and I put a heating pad in at the foot of my bed because my feet get cold. And so I'll turn that on usually about 5-10 minutes before I go to sleep, and it makes it nice and cozy in my bed, and my feet have somewhere warm. And then once I warm up, I can get hot. There's times in the winter, not gonna lie, there are times in the winter where I will wake up cold because I kicked my blankets off in my sleep because I was hot. It's not so pleasant after when you wake up and you're like, oh my god, why am I so cold? Why am I getting leg cramps? Because I kicked the blankets off my legs and my legs are freezing. Is this your song? Oh, Pele! I didn't even know. I saw the dancing, but I was so busy talking I forgot to say something. How is Pele? Are you on a break or are you done for the night? Break, but wanted to spend time with you. Aww. I love you, Pele. Oh my gosh, that is a cute emote. I love that. She's love. She's love. She's love. She's love. She's in my head. She's love. She's love. She might be dead. That is a cute emote. I must say, I do love that emote. Something I want to do before it gets too far into the winter is do an overhaul, junk out of my camper again. I gotta do it like once, at least once a year, usually. And the last 2 years have just been so hectic that it's like, oh, I'll do it another day. Oh, I'll do it another day. I'll do it another day, and it doesn't get done. So I'm hoping that before winter, I can go through and go through clothes, go through just everything that I have, and start getting rid of shit. And then also see what can come over here. Because I mostly now keep a lot of my clothes over here. Because I spend more time over here. So I should probably have my clothes over here. And if I had my clothes over here, there'd be so much more room in my camper. Yeah. When I first moved down here, the first 3 years that I lived here, I kept up with my camper quite a bit. But then my mom's health started going downhill, and then last year she had to have her leg amputated. So I was spending a lot of time away because she was in hospital, so I was going and seeing her in hospital, and then I was also getting this place ready because her bedroom had to move from like the back bedroom down the hall out to the living room, just for being able to get around purposes. And then this year she had to go back and get another, like, 2 toes removed off of her other foot. So this year was a kibosh as well, and I just never got caught up. So it's like 2 years behind my camper. I go into my camper and I'm like, I need to do something about this place. Have a good night, vampire. By the way, the blanket looks good so far. Good on you helping your mom. Yeah. She needed it, and it kind of worked out good for both of us. I needed to get away from where I was living, just because I was there for my hubby, and then after he passed away, I was just like, I want out of this place. And I knew that Mom needed some help, and it was a good thing that I did, because she needed a lot more help than we realized. So it was good. She's a little bit needy. I'm very much a loner. I like my space, and she's very much I want to visit with you all the time. So we do have that. She likes it better now that I stream over here, because then I'm here more, and she doesn't feel as lonely. Even though I'm like right next door, and if she ever needs anything, she just has to call. But it's different, I guess. So. Right? And honestly, my mom does live in a really nice place. And I do have some really good friends in this town who are very much like me. So, like, one of my childhood best friends lives in this town. Moved here after I had moved away. But we see each other twice a year. On my birthday and on her birthday. We always take each other out for like supper or lunch. That's the only time we ever see each other. We're always so busy. We gotta do coffee sometime. Yeah, we see each other on our birthdays. But my cousin just recently moved back here. So I also have her. But I'm so busy with Mom, I don't really get out much. It is nice, though, when I do get out. And it's nice having the options to get out and go places. Before, where I used to live, it was my only out time was going to work. Because I lived in town for 8 years and pretty much knew nobody. Very cliquey town, hard to make friends in. But I had a lot of good work friends, so that was good. I just didn't like my job. I don't really get along. I don't really know anyone in my town, right? It's hard for me. I'm not like a big I socialize, but I have to have big gaps of downtime away from computer socializing seems to be different. It doesn't affect me the same, but in-person socializing really takes a lot out of me, and so I'm usually not bothered by it. As long as I have like 1 or 2 people that I can hang out with once in a while, go for coffee with, I'm great. But my mental health doesn't handle it very well. So the more time I spend not being around public and doing things publicly, the harder it is for me to do things publicly. So that sucks. My earbuds are dying. So I do try to get out and like force myself to do things so that I don't become an entire recluse. And the fact that I can't work now because I'm pretty much my mom's full-time caregiver, it makes it harder to get out and socialize. Oh, and we're going to be getting ads soon here. Yes, the hermit spiral is real. It is horrible. But yeah, like I moved down here, started looking for work. COVID hit, and because my mom's health issues, I didn't want to risk bringing it home to her. So that kind of put a kibosh on looking for work. And then I was finally like, okay, I can start looking for work again. And mom's health took a dive. So, um, yeah, I don't know when I will be able to work. Family around here, but I do have some work friends, and I do try to get out, even if it's just to eat. But right. Welcome back from ads, everyone. You working on the was it the blanket with the blue and white? Nice. This one not that long. Like I don't know, like maybe I haven't been working on it steadily, so I'd say mm, I started about 2 weeks ago, but I haven't been like I've been doing a bunch of other things in between. So I'd say if we wanted to like count it, I'd say we do a repeat set a day. So like um, this block would be like this block here would be 1 day, um, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. So I'd say about 5 days of work because I usually get and not like full days, but like streams. Um, I usually get a repeat done in a stream, depending on if I start at the beginning of the stream or not. But if I was to like be like spending several hours, um, yeah, this is a couple days of work if I was to do it steady. Messed up my count on my cross stitch. Oh no! But thankfully it was in the smaller part and I didn't have to. Oh, that's good. So yeah, I'd say that I've been working on this like part time for 2 weeks. Am I frozen? Maybe try refreshing your stream? Welcome back. I got some of that yarn, but in the blue ombre on Amazon. I post. Ooh! I'm excited. That was another. That is the one of the colors that I thought about getting, but I decided on the rainbow, mostly because it was kind of like, um, the rainbow for Pride Month. But there was a few colors on there that I'm like, I want to take it all. So, what are your plans? What are you gonna make? What are you gonna make? Huh? Huh? You know, I think this would make a really good sweater or cardigan. I haven't seen what this looks like knitted, but I bet you it looks really pretty knitted. Not gonna lie, I'm tempted to get more. I want to make a sweater for my sister-in-law. Think this would make a really nice sweater? Or do you think the sparkle might be a little much? I don't know. I need to ask my brother what would be better. If she would like a wool sweater, or if like just like regular yarn, or maybe some fuzzy yarn. I made Mama a really nice fuzzy sweater, and I made a cardigan out of it as well. So there are those options. Either way, I want to make her a sweater. I just gotta find what like to use. I also kind of want to make my brother a sweater, not gonna lie. But I don't know if I'll have time to make my brother a sweater this year. I kind of want to, not gonna lie, I kind of want to be crazy and knit a sweater all done in like maybe like 2 or 2.5 millimeter. I think I'm crazy if I do that. I just looked on Amazon and they have some cool beginner friendly crochet craft kits. Ooh, there you go. That's a definitely a good way to start. And especially if it comes with like instructional booklets and stuff, but also if you ever get stuck on how to do something, so like if they tell you a stitch and they show you a picture of it but you can't quite figure out what they want, YouTube has everything. And by multiple people, so it's like that's one thing I learned is like sometimes video tutorials from one person don't work for me, but video tutorials from another person work good. So for me, I often need someone to go a little bit faster, but other people need something slower. So I love that, but I love the fact that there's beginner kits on Amazon. I also like the idea of making like a really long sweater that. Oh wait, I missed your first part. But it was just a great deal. Yeah. I'm not sure. I think a hex. Oh right. I think I remember you mentioning that be really cool, but there's enough I could make something else. I have never finished a crochet blanket, so that's tempting. Well, if you do something like I'm doing, which is like a throw size blanket, it's not so daunting. And you can always start small, make yourself a throw size blanket, and then next time you can make a little bit bigger blanket. But you can't go wrong with a throw. You cannot go wrong with a throw blanket. If you're like me, I love blankets. I also like the idea of making like a really long sweater that's like a wearable blanket or something to keep warm in the winter. Right? I did that for cross stitch. I bought a beginner kit on Amazon. Yep. I do kind of want to get back into cross stitch. I tried it. I used to embroider all the time back in like grade 1. It was like one of my hobbies was embroidering. I even remember bringing my embroidery to school to do on recess one year. But I tried cross stitch and I didn't like it. I found it very fiddly for me, and I think my ADHD, well, I don't know if I'm ADHD, but I feel like I am. I just didn't have, I couldn't sit still as a child, and tedious little things, depending on what it was too much for me. But it was weird because other tedious things, I could sit there for hours. I don't know. But I think if I couldn't do something fast enough, that's where I struggled. So even like with knitting, I've been knitting since I was 3, but it was like off and on for the longest time, and it would take forever, and I'd never finish any projects. And then when I was working at the laundromat, I mean, I finally made a couple baby blankets and stuff, but it wasn't until I was working at the laundromat that I worked at. And I, 2, 4, 6, 8. I started looking up all these different stitch styles on YouTube and just learning new things. And then I don't know what it was. I just found that I started knitting really fast. And I think it's because I kind of like got myself reinterested in it. Part with cross stitch is there's not really a way to speed up, right? Exactly. And I think that's my problem is if I can't do something fast enough, I get bored with it. And then it's more like I can't do it because it's my welcome back, Smoosh. How's it going? Yeah. If I can't do it quick enough, I think maybe that's why I didn't like school. If I couldn't catch on to something quick enough, if it didn't interest me, I couldn't do it. I couldn't learn it. That's why it took me so long to learn how to read. It wasn't that I was stupid or anything. It was that I think my brain just wasn't stimulated enough. 6, 8, 4, 6. And they kept giving me shit to read that was boring as frick. Helps though. Feels like I think, well, the one that I was doing was tiny, but again, I had no attention span when I was a kid, so if it wasn't something that I could just like and get like instant gratification, I was bored. Did you have a tied tongue by chance? I know that's what happened with my friend, is she was tongue-tied. I had a friend whose son was like that. He didn't talk for the longest time. And then, I don't know, he was like ridiculously tiny, like never talked, Took longer to walk, but now he's like a giant, and you would never know. It was crazy. Some people just, they talk when they're ready to talk. I was told that I was. Well, sometimes I was told that I was not so much rebellious, but you're not even trying. I get that a lot, or you're just lazy. I got that a lot. I think honestly, if I'd had a teacher, I had one good teacher that actually like worked with me. She was old school, like I mean old school, as in like she taught my dad, and her her first teaching job, the first day of her teaching job, they had gotten they had just gotten electricity in that school, and she was telling us about it. She said one of her students thought it would be a bright idea to stick a bobby pin in a outlet. First day of school. Say the least, he never did that again. But yeah, it was her first day. I don't know if it was like her first day teaching or if it was her first day teaching at that school. I think she said she was like 18. But yeah. Doug got zapped. Yeah, zapped enough that he like knocked himself out and then kind of like woke up dazed. She's looking down at him like, "Oh my god." He wakes up, sees her, sits up, goes and sits in the seat. Never did that again. So yeah, she was an old school teacher, and she was very strict. But she was the only teacher that ever took time to teach me. So I think, I don't know, I was very lucky to have her. And I lucked out because our school was a small school, but we had a fair bit of kids sometimes because we had a couple towns that would come to our school. So we had a lot of split classes, and she was my grade 2-3 split class, so I had her for grade 2 and grade 3, and then when I went into grade 4, she was doing a 4-5 split. So I got her for a third year, and then she retired. I was so sad when she retired. Like, I loved that teacher. I think I may or may not have been one of the teacher's pets, because I got presents every year. Not all the kids got presents, but I got presents. I don't think she ever gave my brother presents, but I do know that one of our other students also. But 2 years in a row, 2 years she gave me teddy bears, and 1 year she gave me, it was an old bead set that one of her kids had. I can't remember what one came first, but yeah. So every year that I was in her class, I got a present from her at the end of the year. But I would go over to her house because she lived just up the road from us. So she would call the house and say, "Hey, send Megan over. I have something for her." And yeah, so I go up there and I got 2 teddy bears and some beads from her. She also handed out wagon wheels at Halloween. We always loved going to her place because she always had wagon wheels and raisins. You get a box of raisins and wagon wheels. Obviously, no one cared about the raisins, but the wagon wheels. Teacher gave me a pair of old school Converse that were from his wife. I wore those shoes till they fell apart. Right? I know. I had both my teddy bears from Mrs. Rogers until Mom burnt the house down. I think because she still had all my stuff. She had like all my stuffed toys that I didn't take when I moved out because I had probably about 2 garbage bags full. She was an amazing teacher. I loved her. I'm trying to remember I saw her just before the last time I saw her. Actually, I think the last time I saw her might have been my grandma's 95th birthday. My grandma had like this big to do at the seniors home, and I'm pretty sure Mrs. Rogers was there. Yes, she was, because she sat at the same table as me and my mom. And she's just, I loved her. Oh, I'm sorry, did I miss you? Are you crocheting yeah, I am crocheting the dragonfly blanket. Sorry, I was lost in reminiscing. My bad. I sort of went into La La Land there. But yeah, she was my favorite teacher, and then she retired, and I got shit teachers after that. And not surprised I never ended up graduating. Just dropped out after a few years of high school. Honestly, I think if I had had more teachers like her, I might have actually stuck with school. Because she actually taught kids. And if you struggled with something, she took the time to find a way for you to do it what works for you. I had a lot of teachers that didn't care. Ugh, ads are coming again. Dag nabbit. Fortunately, that happens, and as a kid, not much you can do. Nope. Night night, Pele. Have a good one. Take care. Thank you for popping in. Oh yeah, Melly hasn't popped in yet. She said she was. She said she was going to be getting up early. She still hasn't popped in. Yes. She might have just decided to sleep in. I wouldn't blame her. I mean, it's her day off. Ah, yes. You're central. Ew! His claws! You come up? Me. You come in, you stretch, dig your claws into me, and then you leave. Uh huh. I see how it is. Let's see how it is. Mm-hmm. Yep. And Pickles, she's still probably out in the porch. Pickles would live in that porch if I let her. There's boxes and all sorts of stuff to get into on the porch. It's like her personal playground. But I gotta get that porch cleaned out because Mom's gonna need room to be able to turn her wheelchair around. And right now there is not enough room for her to turn her wheelchair around. They're going crazy. Of course, right? The dewormer seems to have worked well. Right? You would not want to live on this porch, trust me. When it's hot outside, it is like an oven in there. There's no insulation. You got a metal roof and no insulation, so it's either freezing cold or stupid hot, unless the temperature is a normal temperature outside. 4, 6. What do you consider hot? You'll probably think it's not hot because of where you live. But anything 90 and up is too hot. I am very sensitive to heat. I had to weigh them to see how much the meds. Right. The girl is 3.15 pounds, and the boy is almost nice. That is hot for up here in the north. Here, hot is 110, 115 Fahrenheit for us. I would be in permanent heat stroke. I don't handle heat. And it's gotten worse as the years went by. Like 90 used to be hot, but like manageable hot for me when I was in like my 20s or younger. But the older I got, the more I couldn't handle heat. And it just, yeah, it kills me. Oh no, thank you. My happy temperature is between 15 and 20 degrees Celsius, which is 60 to 70. So yeah, 60 to 70 Fahrenheit is my happy temperature. Anything hotter than that, and I become a very unhappy person. But I've always, ever since I was a kid, been prone to heat stroke. So I used to get that a lot when I was a kid. But now I just like feel ill all the time if it's too hot. Or just like completely lethargic, super tired, have to sleep all the time. Yeah, I can handle dry heat better than humidity. I don't handle humidity at all in any circumstances. And it doesn't even have to be that hot. And if it's humid, I'm just, yeah, no. I don't get as dry heat as I used to. But yeah, it's definitely a lot more dry than if I was to go further west. Oh, excuse me, guys. Sorry. We is getting to that time of night where the yawns start coming out. Yes. Yes, it does. You guys also get a lot of wind. We get some wind here, but not like Alberta. Still no rain yet. I need to sleep. I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care, Smoosh. Have a good one. Sleep well. This is Melly. I was just talking about you. I was like, Melly said she was gonna get up early. Guten Morgen, Melly. We are working on the Libella blanket. Right? I'm crossing my fingers and toes. Okay, I can't cross my toes without like manually crossing them. But I'm crossing my fingers and my toes. And my eyes. Better not do that. I'll give myself a headache. Yes, I said to Alexa 5 more minutes, but she didn't remind me again. Well, it's 8 now. Oops. Yes, Libella and Schmetterling are my two favorite words to say. I mean, there are more. I do know more, but enjoy your coffee. Well, hello there, buddy. Oh, are you leaving or are you? Well, fine. At least you came in and said hi. buddy. You want to come cuddle? He's like, Sissy, the porch door's still open. I know the porch door's still open, buddy. It's nice that we haven't had to run the air conditioner today because it's been cool enough. Besides, you like playing out on the porch. Am I having a conversation with the cat who's walked away? Yeah, I'm having a conversation with the cat who's walked away. Oh, I hate that. You get like an itch on one spot, and then all of a sudden you have like an itch in another spot. It's like sympathy itch or something. I don't know what it is. Right? And sometimes it's like, sometimes it's in a convenient spot. Like this time it was like my chin itched and my forehead itched, you know? But other times you'll, it's like your chin will itch and then like a weird spot on your back will itch and it's just like, you're like, dang damn it! That's why I have a back scratcher. It's always on the back. The one spot I can't reach on my own. Yeah, that's why I have one of these. This guy's not bad. I do love his telescopic hand, but he turns. So you'll be itching and he'll get turned sideways. And I'm like, no. I want to get itch. Yes, feels like a back scratcher. He's really good. I like him. And he works great when I drop something underneath my desk and I need a helping hand. My hip itched, then it made it with a spot on my back. Right? It's like, you son of a... Lightning and the thunder. Well, that's almost a butterfly. Butterfly. It's not a butterfly, it's a dragonfly. My dog gives up his bed to the void babies and gets upset he doesn't have a bed. I guess you need to get another bed for when he gives up his bed for the babies, or to the babies. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? There's a good pups. There's a good pups. Yeah. You good boy, Bubba? My little flopper. He's a couple of us. Yeah. I love you, buddy. He's like, I gotta get my cuddles in because she's gonna be leaving me soon. She's gonna be leaving me soon. And I need my sissy cuddles. Oh, you gonna lay on my arm? Oh, gonna go on the desk? Oh, you get tangled in my thread? Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, don't tangle more. Did you find a monkey? Did you find a tailless monkey? Are you stealing the tailless monkey? Yeah? You gotta go get the monkey now, don't you? Yes, I love you, buddy. I love you. Oh, do you see something out there? I love you, buddy. I love you. Yes, I do. Oh, don't move. I just got comfortable. Don't get into shit. Yeah. Don't get into shit. Vinny, that's not food. That's plastic. Yeah, plastic. You don't eat plastic. Hi, Pickles. You gonna come say hi? Oh, we're gonna be getting ads soon.
The body of the dragonfly is done. Now we just got to do the tail.
Well, hello. How's it going, Alt? Being really busy. How are you? I've been doing pretty good. Today was the first day that's been kind of cool, so I'm definitely enjoying that. I'm ready for fall. I am ready for fall too. Not winter, but fall for sure. I'm well, I live in a camper trailer, so it does kind of get cold. And I hate shoveling snow. It's not so bad if it doesn't snow too much. Um, but yeah, I'm more of a spring, fall kind of person. Not a fan of summer or winter. I don't handle too much heat and I don't handle too much cold. I'm prefer in between weathers. But yeah, if I wasn't so sensitive to heat and cold, I probably would be fine. tomorrow I'm going to get some yarn to really start making some Xmas ornaments. Ooh, yes. I'm trying to get everything on it homemade nice. This year I want to do, like, we didn't really do a tree last year, me and Mom, the cats. But I would like to do a little bit more Christmassy stuff this year. I have a big start last. Nice. Yeah, no, last Christmas we didn't really do much of anything. We were just chilling. Something that I made my aunt one year for Christmas, I crocheted mats that had the little battery operated fairy lights in them, the like really super tiny ones, and I crocheted like 2 mats about yay big, for like putting Christmas ornaments on, and she actually uses them each year. She'll like lay them out and she'll have stuff on them, and they light up all pretty. Yeah, I got the idea from I saw people make like floor mats out of the tube lights that you could get. They would crochet around that. But I got the idea of just crocheting fairy lights with yarn. So you're just crocheting, and yeah, looks really cool. Yes, I did one with white yarn, and then I ran out of white yarn, and I did one with green yarn. Um, but yeah, it was pretty awesome. I just bought like this 2-pack of battery operated fairy lights from the grocery store. Come on. Come on. Well, you coming up or no? Yeah. Yeah. Go baby. The baby cuddles. I love this baby. Oh, dagnabbit. Oh, there we go. I wish Pickles would make an appearance, but she's too busy playing in the porch. Hello, how's it going? I got cat hair in my face though. Thanks, Vinny. I love you. Good. Also doing some crafting impressively without cat intervention. Ooh. I have to admit that the cats have been fairly good tonight. Mostly because our porch door's open. So they're playing in the porch. They love the porch. It's like their playhouse. So they've been fairly entertained out there. Of course, I will probably have to find and chase Pickles inside tonight when I leave because she loves it out there. Vinny will come in after a while. He gets bored and comes in, but Pickles will sleep out there. She'll just like curl up in a random spot and go to sleep. Like, yep, I'm done. Stretch! Yes. Stretches are good. Ooh, there's a couple pops. Well, there you go. When you have someone to distract them, that also helps. These guys are technically mom's cats, but they seem to think that I am their entertainer. Well, Pickles kind of does her own thing, but Vinny is very much I must be with Sissy cat. I have to look something up here. Yes, they definitely have their moments. Mostly Vinny. Pickles has a few, but Vinny has the most. Time to go to sleep. You have a wonderful night. I'm probably going to be ending stream soon. I'm hoping to get at least one more row done on the dragonflies. It'd be cool if I get two more, but I'm aiming for one more after this one. We are crocheting a dragonfly blanket. I have it's kind of going to be matching blanket because I had extra yarn left over from this one. But this one is a butterfly stitch blanket. And I had leftover yarn. I had enough to do another. That's kind of like a small throw blanket. And we're going to be doing a dragonfly version, or we are in the process of doing a dragonfly version. And I'll probably do the same border that I did on this one for the dragonfly. It might not be quite as wide because the dragonfly squares are bigger and a little bit wider. So the blanket's already a bit bigger. Yes! Yes, it is Red Heart Roll With It Sparkle. You can get it on Amazon. Oops. You can get it on Amazon for, you can get like a 3-pack for like $30. And they have a whole bunch of different colors. This one is called Magic though. This is what the color is. It's Magic. And I love it. I'm usually not a Red Heart fan, but I really enjoy the texture of this. It's not like Super Saver. So working with the shinies, doing a massive beaded / embroidered. Ooh. Okay, that would be really cool. That would be so freaking cool. 1, phoenixes are beautiful, and 2, beaded embroidered and massive. Oh my god, that's got to be so freaking awesome. I finished the first section last night. It's a full... Oh... That is going to be beautiful. That sounds so awesome. Right? Oh, that's going to look amazing. I know it a little bit, but not much. But oh my gosh, that is gonna be so cool. I'm like 60 hours deep and it's nowhere near done. No, but from the details that you're saying that you're putting into it, oh my god, it's going to be phenomenal. Phenomenal. It does. This is a Prince song. Pizza. Nice! Oh, that's awesome. Nothing's worse than getting the stitch count wrong. Well, it is getting to that time of night, Nina girl. It's almost 1 in the morning for you. Pizza, pizza, McDonald's, 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 McDonald's. Pizza, Kentucky Fried Chicken Pizza. Kentucky Fried Chicken Pizza. McDonald's, 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 McDonald's. Yeah. I have not listened to this song way too much. Clancy! Hey, how's it going? How is Cleanse doing? Have a good night, Knitter Girl. Take care. Get some good sleep in. not awake. Where is my coffee? Somebody get Glenn his coffee. Glenn needs coffee. Melly. Melly, we need coffee for Glenn. Face. One coffee, €350. Runs. Grabs coffee and runs. Good night, Knitter Girl. Take care. Poker face, poker face. Poker face, poker face. Stop the thief! Stop that guy running away with the cup of coffee! Poker face. Poker face. Poker face. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Not gonna lie, getting kind of hungry. I do have a whole bunch of pasta left over. Oh, which I gotta get in the fridge before I go home. Right? Coffee makes the world go round. For information leading to the arrest of the very awake looking suspect covered in coffee stains, please contact the police. Be careful, the suspect has a spoon and will use it. Oh my gosh, I love that. Run, they're looking for you. I saw nothing. Nope. I did not see anyone. He's innocent, Your Honor. Alright, well, we got halfway through a butterfly. Or, not a butterfly. Dragonfly. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, over halfway. There's only four more rows, and we'll have this lovely yellow row of butterflies finished. But this is where I have to put it aside. But we got to find someone to raid out to, so let's see. Who do we have? Who do we have? Let me take a bow. Ooh. Redican's still on. We will arrest Jams 2 for tampering with evidence, misleading the police, and hiding behind cute blankets to avoid arrest. I saw nothing. Oh, we got a train. Oh, Knitter Girl left too soon. She missed the train. Okay, so our options are... Dude! It's midnight! I mean, he was pretty quiet for the other honks, so... Maybe. Okay. We have miniatures and models. We have donut making. We have bead embroidery. Anything catching your guys' interest? I like that one, Glenn. I'm here. I'm gone. You can't find me. Right. We could go see Eurydican. I don't know how much longer she's going to be on for, though. She's already been streaming almost 6 hours. But... doesn't look like she's going to be ending anytime soon. She looks like she's... not entirely sure what she's doing. We could go hang out with Ricken. I do like Ricken's streams. I was thinking either that or maybe Gibson, watch miniatures and models. Or of course there is... oh. Okay, well the donut looks like the donuts are off the table now. I think we'll go with the Riddican. I do like a Riddican. Okay. So, alright, so if we want to grab a raid message, for those that aren't subbed, the one with all the emotes is the one you want to grab. And those who aren't subbed, or I mean those that are subbed, can either pick one or the other. I can tell it's at the end of my night because my brain is starting to frazzle. Not frazzle, frizzle. Miss Frizzle. I got the red hair. I got the curly red hair. Alrighty. Thank you so much for hanging out and chilling in my stream. We got a bunch of yarn plied up, which we will hank up tomorrow. And we got half a dragonfly done, so that was also awesome. And I just had a good few laughs. It was a pretty good chill stream tonight. Anyways, I hope that you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, and I will be back tomorrow with, well, I'm probably hanking up yarn and then more crocheting. That's probably my thought. But anyways, you guys take care. Have a good one. Bye!